Hi there, and welcome to Golden Wings Angel Card Readings. We are working our way through our 11 romance readings, and we are on the sign of Gemini for Sun, Moon, or Rising, and this is for the months of August or September 2017. As I've noted before, I do all of my prayers and calling in my spirit guides and my angel guides off camera, as well as my shuffling, so that when I start to film, I can go straight to your interpretation for your reading. I am using the Archangel Power Tarot and the Angel Tarot by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I am using a card from the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue, and then I'm using a single card from 3 different guides: your Angel Answers, Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, and Magical Messages from the Fairies. And I'll kind of explain how those work into your reading a little bit later. But again, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is if you are in a coupled relationship, not single. And this is for August or September 2017. Here we go. So on the top row on the left, we have 5 of Michael. In the middle, we have 9 of Raphael, and the 9 of Gabriel on the right-hand side, so 2 9s. In the bottom row on the right, we have the Chariot. Sorry, I'm like figuring out where to hold these cards. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which I can't say any differently ever since that show. We have the 8 of Earth on the right-hand side. And as far as the energies coming to us that are unseen or at the bottom of the decks, we have 7 of Earth for the 1, and the Sun for the other. Okay, Gemini, in a longer-term relationship. And the first thing that struck me when I pulled these cards is we literally have 7, 2 7s. We have 8, 2 9s, and a 10. So numerically, you, in whatever's going on with your committed relationship, you are moving right up the different numbers for numerology in order to reach a culmination point. And we have a 5 as well, so we start with some changes, and then starting at the 7s, we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, which shows that you have reached some sort of culmination point with your relationship. Now, when I turned these cards, I immediately got the feeling that for some of you, and remember this is a general reading, so if this resonates with you, then that's valid for you, and if it doesn't, it just means that it's a general reading. So some people this is going to ring true for, and other people, I'll get to some other scenarios in just a little bit. But I got the general feeling that there may have been some problems or issues in your relationship that may have been more long-term, and that may have really had you down, or may have really had you thinking that your relationship wasn't going to make it. And for August and September here, the energies are lining up to say that there's definitely a renewed energy and a renewed positivity for your love life, for love and romance, for a Gemini who's in a longer-term relationship. So I wanted to state that straight off the bat, because that's the feeling that I got. We've got a victory card, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Sun, we've got the Wish card. I mean, we've pretty much got almost every card you can of renewal, 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 okay? So if something hasn't been going right in your longer-term relationship, then know that for the months of August and September, the energies that are going to come towards you, Gemini, are probably going to repair that or go a long way towards repairing it. Of course, first, though, we have this 5 of Michael, because what is life without a little bit of challenge? This card for me is, when I think of this card, the word strife comes to mind, and also Don Quixote, where you're fighting against windmills. And what that means is, in case you don't know that reference, it's a reference to a book and a mythical character who pretty much fought just to fight. And that's kind of what this card is. It's a card where you have everything that you need to win this fight. The problem is, once it's done and you've won it, it's kind of a hollow victory. It doesn't mean a whole lot to you because it's really one of those fights that wasn't worth fighting for anyway. Okay? It's just, it kind of is just to kind of pull you out of the situation and off your game. And this is funny because this card just does not belong in this reading. Every other card has a very different energy to it, but this card. So I'm wondering if in your longer-term relationship, Gemini, if you're fighting all the time right now, or if there's something where there's a power play. This is also a card for power play. If there's a power play going on, and it's been going on for a while, and you and your significant other, nobody is saying uncle, and so you've just got yourselves, you're just fighting over, you probably don't even remember what it is anymore, or you remember it, it's a long-term memory, and either way, if either one of you actually won this fight, it'd be a pretty hollow victory, okay? However, this card is coupled with the Chariot for you. So when this card says you have everything to win this fight, you have everything to win this fight. So if there is a fight going on and you're looking for victory, and that's what you're looking for, this card is saying that it's definitely yours to be had. Just remember that this card is a card of a hollow victory. And it's a card that says, consider taking a more uplifting approach because the situation does not serve your highest good or your best purpose. Okay? But then we have, let's get away from that card. Then we have the Nine of Raphael, which is the Genie Make-A-Wish card, and the Wheel of Fortune coupled together. Love it. Whatever was going on with the wheel in your long-term relationship, Gemini, if it was heading down for a while, it's heading back up. So get on the wheel, get on the ride, and make a wish. Yeah? Whatever it is that you're wishing for, make that wish. Then we have the 8 and 9 coupled together. The 8 of Earth, you know, is usually about skilled work, going back to school. It's about researching a project. So I wonder if whatever it was that was going on with your relationship, Gemini, it looks like you have put a lot of time and effort into trying to uncover what it is that was going wrong so that you could fix it. That's what I see here. What it is this fight is about, what it is that was going wrong so that you could fix it and continue on this relationship that you want. And the 9 of Gabriel, stay determined and move forward, be prepared for any possibility. Okay? And this means that you're almost there, right? You've got these two, you've got this 8. Let's see, let me set this up the way I want it here. You've got this 8. You're moving up to the 2 9s to get to this 10, okay? And it's just saying you're very close, so don't stop now, okay? The energy is with you. Then for the bottom of the deck energy, right, again, we've got the Wish card, we've got the Sun, we've got the Wheel, I mean, we've got the Chariot. I mean, Gemini, this is your time. If there is something that you have wanted to have happen for your relationship, for love and romance, and you have been trying to resurrect this relationship or find out what's going on or bring some energy back and some life back into it, it is coming, baby. So this is the good news for you, right? 7 of Earth, however, says that, because of course, right, it says that all the seeds have been planted, everything is here, and remember that this is the underlying energy coming to you from this reading, but that there may be a temporary delay. You can have a temporary delay. It's okay. Don't worry too much about that, because I'm saying to you, if there's a temporary delay, but after that delay, you have the Chariot, the Sun, the Wheel, and the Genie saying, make a wish. Don't worry if there's a delay, okay? This card is saying, stay determined, right? Because a lot of times if you do hit a bump, or a delay, and you've done a whole bunch of work to get to somewhere. This card is saying you've done the work. This card is saying you've done the work, right? This card is saying it's there. You're waiting for your stuff to come in. You're waiting for your crop to yield results. You've been trying really hard. If you just give it just a little more time, and figure out what this is and let it go, right? Because that may be the holdup. That may be the pause. Okay? Because this card here is a low vibe, negative energy card, which blocks positive energy in the law of attraction. This card right here may be why you've got to pause for all of these fabulous things happening. So, that's why we do these readings. Now that you know it, now that you're aware that, yeah, you've got all this victory coming to you. You're going to get what you want, but not if you keep blocking it with this inconsequential thing that, even though it may feel really important at the time, the battle is not worth the war. Okay? Now, the Romance Angel card that I pulled says new love. And now this says a new person has stirred your romantic feelings, but this is a card reading for those of you who are already coupled. And so what that would mean for you is that it's a new phase in your relationship. It does not mean an outside love coming to you. It can, but I know when I'm meditating and praying on this aspect, I'm actually meditating and praying on, you know, a long-term committed relationship. And so when we get new love, that means there's a new infusion of love coming. And really that makes sense. There's not a whole lot of walking away from what you have to go do something new. All of these cards here are very much saying the same thing, you know, for your love and romance. That Gemini, you have a terrific opportunity here. If you've been trying to repair something and you've been putting in a lot of effort for something that's been going on for a while now, and maybe a fight you've had, maybe a power play that's been going on, maybe somebody hasn't forgiven something, you're right there. Don't give up. You're there. It's going to happen. And so I decided to add these 3 action energy cards to the readings so that if you're having any troubles with any low vibe energy, of course this would be one of them, or you get, you know, as always in a relationship there's going to be ups and downs. So in the month of August or September, for a Gemini who's coupled, I asked if you run into any problems with regards to love and romance in your committed relationship, what is specific advice from 3 different guides? You've got your angels, your mermaids and dolphins, and your fairies that will help you get through those trying times, transform that energy, and either be able to just get through it easier so it's not quite such a up and down, or transform it altogether. And I've got peaceful resolution, which is another reason when I first pulled these cards that I really felt like, you know, there was something going on here for a while. It's been going on for a little bit here. And it's actually messed with your relationship a little bit, Gemini. It's actually like, it's taken a toll on the relationship. And it looks like you've been working to fix it for a little bit here. And so this is saying there is a peaceful resolution coming. The second card is protection, which is saying that if you've been feeling unsafe in your relationship, if you've been feeling like your relationship may not make it, like I said, I got the feeling that maybe your relationship was on rocky ground at some point. If you were really feeling unsafe and vulnerable out in the world, and you were praying for any kind of protection, this card is saying from the mermaids and dolphins that your angels are telling you that it's safe now. Everything is safe, so you can actually come back out of your shell and begin to really focus on this relationship and love and romance again. And then I got 2 cards from the fairies. The first one is admit your true feelings to yourself. You know, and that's hard to do, but allow yourself to really, don't ask for less than what you want, okay? All of these cards are lining up saying you don't need to do that, all right? So if you felt like you were settling, and that's part of the thing you were worried about, okay? These cards here are saying you don't have to settle. And this card is saying exactly what this card is saying. It's saying go for it. Admit your true desires and then make your wish, Gemini. Don't shortchange yourself by, and we all do this. You have that thing you really want, right? Let's say you really want this. And so you say to yourself, but I probably can't get that. So instead, what I'll ask for is this, right? So you say, and this is just a really easy example, right? What you really want is $1 million, but you think, that's totally unrealistic. There's no way I can have $1 million. So how about I win 1,000, right? That is not what your angels and your guides want you to do. Your angels and your guides want you to really get to the bottom of what it is you want with regards to love and romance and this committed relationship you have, and then they want you to just guts ball it, go for it. Don't hold back, because victory is within your reach. The sun is within your reach. The wheel is right there pulling you on, and all you have to do is give up this low vibe energy you've been stuck in. Get it out. And then the second card is everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. Okay? So there's no more worry. It seems like something was really, I got the feeling of somebody that had been toiling really hard, working really hard at something that you just felt was not going to come back. Like somebody trying to resuscitate someone. And for your love and romance, I got the feeling that maybe that's what was happening in this, that you've been trying really hard to bring either the passion back, the love back, the romance, or to get past whatever this rift was that you've had going on. And you are right there. For August and September, it's saying that there is a gateway. Tens are gateway cards. And this is a really big gateway card. It's saying there's a gateway opening, and everything on the other side of this gateway is positive, positive, positive. Make your wish. And then even your guides, these 3 guided things that I've asked for, these 3 guided cards that I've asked for, peaceful resolution. You have the power to put this behind you now. You've got your safety and protection, so go ahead and concentrate on fun, love, freedom, creativity. Don't worry anymore. Admit your true feelings, and everything's okay. Now, the reason I gave you these specific cards if you're having low vibe energies is so that you can come back and watch this video as many times as you need. If you're having a bad day with love and romance, turn this on, go to the end of it, and remember these cards. Okay? And that's why I did this for you, so that you could go back through these cards and then, oh yeah, it's going to be okay. Everything's okay, right? Okay? And what I want you to do is, as soon as I'm almost done with all of these, and so when I want you to make sure that you go to your spouse's sign and watch your spouse's sign, and then look at their cards that I pulled for them, because then you'll have, it would normally give you 6, but you had an additional card here, this everything's okay. So really somebody wanted you to get this message. Your fairies wanted you to have this message, that it was going to be okay. And what I want you to do is, that'll give you 6 cards, in your case 7, Gemini, between you and your significant other, to get through any challenging times for the months of August and September, because any challenges that you do come up against, you're going to come and watch these videos. You're going to come and remember what these cards were, and you're going to try to use them to get yourself out of any low vibe energy that you're feeling. And don't forget that if you go to your significant other's page and they have the exact same card pulled, that is really a key for your relationship. So let's say you go to your significant other's page and it says peaceful resolution as well. Then you really know that that's between both card reads, completely separate signs, okay? So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please subscribe, like, and hit that bell right beside the subscribe so that you can get any other information or any other videos I'm putting out. I will be back in October for you, Gemini, to close out the year for October, November, and December for life purpose and love and romance. And in the meanwhile, this is a fabulous opportunity for you coming up here. So enjoy, And love and light always. Thank you so much, Gemini.